What is up, everyone? This is Abion, bringing to you Game 4 of these two awesome Korean players. Fnatic Sen, the blue Zerg player, in the 12 o'clock position, and his opponent, the red Protoss player, OGS MC, in the 3 o'clock position. These two beautiful Korean players testing their skill against each other in a battle of wits and supremacy. It is just a beautiful thing to witness. And now, let's watch. Oh, we haven't gotten there quite yet. But anyway, they're going to be playing this game on the map Terminus RE. RE being remastered. Terminus remastered. I don't know if that actually stands for remastered. Probably correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am. But anyway, Terminus redone, remastered, reworked, because it looks nothing like the original Terminus. But anyway, I am getting ahead of myself, which is odd when you really think about it. Terminus RE. So yeah, let's see. MC 3 o'clock position, Sen 12 o'clock position. All right, I covered that. Okay. Anyway, go ahead and get into this game. This is Game 4 between these two players. I don't know if I mentioned that before. MC has won 1 game, Fnatic Sen has won 2. So if Sen is to win this game, then he will take on the winner of this match and go on to the finals. Not sure who the winner of that is, because we haven't seen those games yet. But anyway, getting ahead of ourselves again. I need to slow down and let myself catch up. Sen gonna go ahead and pick up his spawning pool, which MC is naturally going to scout that with this probe that he is so very, very keen in being absolutely annoying with. But Sen is not actually going to chase around MC for very long. Instead, using that drone he was chasing the probe around with to instead go ahead and put down his expansion, which is an interesting decision, as MC is in fact Forge fast expanding. There's the Forge and there's the fast expand. Photon cannon going down as well to protect against an early Zergling harassment, which may not entirely be necessary. There are only 4 Zerglings coming out onto play, and Sen grabbing his expansion. No early aggression is expected. But anyway, I digress. MC picking up his gateway at the same time, trying to expand this wall, turn this choke point a little bit tighter, because, you know, Zerg units just love open spaces and hate choke points. But anyway, MC's probe finally going to be chased out by a couple of Zerglings, a pesky, stupid little Zergling. However, MC's base is close enough. I do believe that probe will finally escape. Well, finally, he will escape. Yes, he will. Zerglings are going to run into range of the photon cannons, but Sen being on top of his game, not allowing those Zerglings to get too close. Overlord positioned just above MC's natural. See everything that's going on. Cybernetic core turning his choke point in front of his base even tighter. That is now a soft wall, I guess the term would be. Just oh nope, never mind. He's going to be putting down a pylon, closing that wall up completely. So yeah, MC has completely walled himself in. So Sen's not going to be able to get in there and do any more harassment, and the only scouting he can have is Overlords, and that is only until the Cybernetics core is finished and sentries come out onto the field. But anyway, in the meantime, Sen's got his expansion up and running as well, throwing down a 3rd might as well. The Protoss is completely blocked off at the moment. No aggression going to be coming from there whatsoever anytime soon, but a Stargate is on the way in the making. So MC, after taking a break from his Stargate harassment in the last game and seeing how well that worked out, deciding that he is going to go back with that Stargate, tried and true. Don't break it don't fix it if it isn't broken. Now, don't break it if it's not fixed. I guess that is kind of appropriate too, but somewhat less used. But anyway, has Sen seen this Stargate? No, he has not seen this Stargate. So he has absolutely no idea, but trying to get his units to poke in there to see it. Stargate has been completed, and MC is going to chrono boost out a Void Ray. So yeah, first with the Void Rays, a couple of Phoenixes coming up after that. Sen's expansion is just about finished. He will have that expansion up by the time that Void Ray gets over there, but maybe not enough to actually defend it. But anyway, MC now has some stalkers out inside his base. Now going to focus down these overlords. They have absolutely no chance. But before that overlord gets killed, it will spot that star gate. I know my English languagers. Thank you very much. Evo Chamber going down immediately for Sen, as well as a couple of overlords replacing the ones that he just barely lost. But they were worthy sacrifices that gave him information very much noted. But the Void Ray is almost there, and Sen only has a single queen to protect against this single Void Ray, which is not going to be any help whatsoever, as that Phoenix is on the field as well. Just lift up that queen, doing absolutely nothing. But that queen is going to abandon ship, bringing in some backup. Couple of queens coming in here to try and take us on now. Phoenix picking up the first queen. However, the second one is free to just wail on the Void Ray, but it is not going to save that second queen. And here comes a second Phoenix at the same time, picking up the other queen. There's two queens that are now thoroughly screwed. But there is a Spore Crawler that has been planted and is just going to now finish. A Void Ray does go down. The other two Phoenixes hightail it out of there faster than a lot of things I could probably make country references to. But anyway. Yeah, MC continuing to stick with his plan of just massing lots and lots of Phoenixes and being absolutely relentless with his harassment. However, Sen knows this is the case. Not quite as prepared for it as he was in the second game, but a lot more so than he was in the fourth. But anyway, Spore Crawler is out of range. But there are more Spore Crawlers on the way as well. Phoenix is trying to pick off overlords as fast as they can. 2 overlords, possibly 3 go down. No, just the 2. But anyway, more overlords getting a little out of position, trying to get in under those Spore Crawlers. Oh man, those Phoenixes. This is why Phoenixes against a Zerg player are just absolutely annoying. Flying around, picking off overlords and picking up queens. So insanely annoying. I do not think there's a more annoying tactic in the entire world short of cheese. Anyway, Phoenix is flying in, going to pick off another overlord. Sen just mass producing overlords like there's no tomorrow. He now has twice the supply cap as he does supply. So he is very well prepared to lose some overlords here. But anyway, more Spore Crawlers going down, and overlords tightly hugging these Spore Crawlers. There is a Spire on the field as well. 7 Corruptors on the way as well as 9 Mutalisks. So Sen going the air game here. Possibly bringing in some Mutalisks to do some air harassment of his own, which MC is not super prepared to deal with. He's got a handful of sentries and stalkers, but that will not be enough. How many gateways does he have? He got the 1. He does have 3 more gateways in the back, so we've got a grand total of 4 gateways. Twilight Council has gone down, chrono boosting out some blink. So going for the blink, moving into the blink stalkers as soon as these Phoenixes outlive their usefulness. However, Sen now has his flying units on the field, and they are on the way to do some harassment. However, it's like MC is prepared for this. Does he have he must have an observer out somewhere to be able to see that happening. But anyway, MC going to try and engage this air army from Sen, but that is not a very good idea. There's this air army for Sen is twice as big as it is for MC. And I'm just choking on my words here. What the crap? What is going on? Oh, man. But anyway, Sen going to grab a 4th, as well as moving out with his air army, doing that harassment, get those Corruptors there to help deal with those Phoenixes. Those Phoenixes can kite Mutalisks like there's no tomorrow. But here they come. Phoenixes engaging. Corruptors a little bit far behind. The Phoenixes are able to take out a couple of Mutalisks before Sen realizes the error of his ways and wisely backs out. There is an observer out on the field. That is how MC was able to know that Sen was moving out with his air army. But anyway, lots of spine crawlers going down, just putting up a tiny little fortress of spines. So he will be able to hold that position fairly well, I guess, for that. But that it will not stop the Phoenixes from flying around, sniping Overlords, sniping Mutalisks, and sniping your husbands too, because they be sniping everybody out here. That was a terrible reference, I apologize. But anyway, MC now has a Templar Archives out, Chrono Boosting out, Psionic Storm. So MC will be well equipped to transition out of this Phoenix harassment play, going directly into the Blink Stalkers and High Templars. MC is taking out this pylon at the front of his base, so that wall has been open. His units are allowed to be free, and the gateway has been drawn forth. I don't know how many more similes I can make for that, but MC's is going to take out Sen able to take out one of MC's Phoenixes before MC can get his Phoenixes out of there. You can quite see that air army creeping up on his Phoenixes fast enough. But Sen does have his 4th expansion up and running. Oh my gosh. Words, English language, and so on and so forth. Spine Crawlers going down aplenty for Sen at his 4th, as well as a wisely placed Spore Crawler, as those Dark Templar, Dark Templar, Phoenixes, all that kind of jazz. Sen just wants to be prepared for all of it, and I can hardly blame him. But MC going to try and get an expansion of his own. Is it going to be spotted by Sen? Not quite. Sen is going to just miss it, but that is okay. Going to move directly into MC's base. Psystorm going down directly on top of those Mutalisks. That is just going to be terrible, but the Mutalisks are going to be... Oh, they're going to escape? I don't know! Corruption going down on the Phoenixes, able to take one of them down. However, here comes the rest of the Stalker army from MC, trapping Sen's Mutalisks and Corruptors, but they will be able to... No, more Blink coming down, taking out a couple more Corruptors and Mutalisks. MC being totally relentless with this. However, here comes some Zerglings coming in to help steal the day. Banelings coming in, but Psionic Storm's going down all over the place, taking out so many of these units, and Zealot's just able to clean up the rest of it. And warping in an Archon just for good measure. And since Archons are massive, just go ahead and walk through those force fields. Why not? But anyway, MC now thinks this is a good time to counterattack, but there are a lot of Spine Crawlers down. Oh my gosh, Sen is in turtle mode. Let's see if Sen decides that this is going to be a good idea to engage. He's a little bit indecisive about it, but looks like he is going to decide that it is not the best time in the world to engage with what he has. However, he is maxed at 200 supply, so there's not going to be much benefit in waiting. Sen is just going to get more and more Spine Crawlers. It's going to be harder and harder to breach that wall. And at the same time, Sen is dancing around with these Zerglings and Mutalisks, just wanting to take out MC's base so badly. But looks like here MC is going to try and move out, but Sen's going to move in his army just right behind that and try and do some damage. Will it take out anything important? Not really, actually. We'll take out a couple of cannons, but that is about it. I do not think that was quite worth it, and Sen was able to come back, or MC was able to come back and chase the army away from that 4th. It is perfectly safe, just short of a couple of photon cannons. So Sen really not able to do the damage that he really wanted to do there. MC still dancing around, trying to decide how best to take on this turtle wall. That is a lot of Spine Crawlers, and very well placed as well. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what is gonna try and happen here. MC needs to get a little creative with how he's gonna tackle this wall, but it looks like he's gonna decide. No, backing up a little bit more, is just dancing around. Sen looking for an opportunity to get in there and deal some good damage to that 4th. MC not quite getting far enough away from this base. You can't protect it, but here comes some Banelings directly into those probes, and they all exploded, taking out that Nexus. That is going to hurt MC. However, that did put Sen quite a ways into the hole in the supply count, so it looks like MC is moving forward once again, but still dancing a bit back and forth, not quite sure how to handle this, but there go some Guardian Shields, blinking some Stalkers really close. Spine Crawlers and Banelings going down left and right. Force Ghost coming up to prevent the Banelings from doing enough damage. Here comes some more Banelings from the back, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like the Guardian Shield is able to do what it needs to do. Spine Crawlers just down to his last Spine Crawler. Here comes some Zerglings wanting to get in there, do some damage. However, there are lots and lots of Stalkers. Here come the Mutalisks to do more damage, but these Corruptors just flying around, not entirely sure what they're doing. They're sitting there being cannon fodder, I guess. Here comes some more Zerglings, but there is an Archon leading this pack of very, very scary Stalkers, Zealots, and Sentries, as well as Observer there for creep control. But looks like MC has forgotten a little bit about this fourth that Sen has, leaving it completely alone, deciding instead that he wants to go straight for the heart of the matter. In goes the Observer. The Observer will spot lots and lots of Infestors. Those Infestors could be very instrumental in taking care of this. But MC deciding that fourth has seen the last of its days. Sen is going to retreat those drones back to the 5th and 6th that he has put down at the same time. At the meantime, here comes Sen with his army. Fungal Growths going down, doing lots and lots of damage from Stalkers, preventing them from blinking. But there are just way too many Stalkers. Infestors getting taken out. Mutalisks not able to do enough damage to this. And the Corruptors getting picked off. So there's not much that they can do. But there are enough Zerglings here that MC is going to be forced to back out with those Stalkers. But a little bit of a backup there is going to chase Sen from... Sen's not going to be able to counterattack with the amount of units that he has. But that is a lot of Zerglings. And he did just finish level 3 attack for his Zerglings. He also has level 2 ground armor. So the Zerg is definitely winning in the upgrade race. But right now MC does not have anything in production. So that could be very, very not good. But anyway, blinking some Stalkers and sniping out that Infestor. It will go down. But it looks like MC neglected to take out Sen's fourth. That hatchery is still up, even if it's being all but entirely neglected. Single drone on gas will continue to just go on and go forth. But Sen's 5th and 6th, well saturated. Sen got a nice little income of minerals there. But, yeah, anyway. Sen just not lifting up from the Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk, and Fester that's going on here, which Banelings for the Zealots, Zerglings for the Stalkers, all well and good, but these High Templars is gonna make it and break it for these for this armies. Psionic Storm is good against just about everything there. But anyway, MC gonna go ahead and take some map control, kicking that Zergling off of the Xel'Naga Tower. Both players just in a bit of a different situation. MC has tech switched over into some Colossi, which will definitely help against those Zerglings. Not quite so much against the Mutalisks, but then again, there aren't really Mutalisks. However, Sen also has some Broodlords on the field as well, which could be absolutely devastating in this matchup. Those Broodlords could definitely win it for him, as long as Sen is careful with them and doesn't let them get out of position. But at the same time, this army is just looking very, very formidable. The Zealots do not have charge, however, so not the hugest deal in the world for those Zealots not able to charge in and be the meat shields that MC needs them to be. However, here comes a Colossi taking out Spine Crawlers very, very easily. Sen is trapped behind his fourth base with his armies. It really got no choice but to engage this. But no, it looks like MC is not quite confident enough to take on that army. Sen will back up. MC will allow this. However, MC deciding that now is a good time. Fungal Growth going down on the High Templars. And here come the Broodlords. That is quite a lot of Broodlords coming in to be able to deal lots and lots of damage. Here comes some Zerglings coming in, trying to do some damage. So many Psystorms going down, frying every single Zergling and Baneling it touches. However, those Broodlords are able to do enough damage that MC is forced to back up to save what little army he has left. However, he's got enough Warp Gates down that he can definitely just replenish his army super, super fast. But Sen, being a Zerg, is able to replenish his army super fast as well. And these Banelings being absolutely annoying to the extreme for MC. There are too many Banelings there for him to really be able to deal with. Or not Banelings, Broodlords. Excuse me. Broodlords. There are 7 Broodlords on the field right now. Lots of more Corruptors coming in. I don't know if those Corruptors are going to be turned into Broodlords or if they're going to be kept around to deal with those Colossi. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. There is an Observer in the middle of Sen's army. Like there is going to be one more Broodlord going down, so bring the grand total up to 8, which is a pretty solid number. And the rest of the Corruptors will be able to deal with the Colossi quite well. So these Broodlords definitely going to be giving Sen the logical upper hand here. However, it is still fairly anyone's game, even though MC just now putting down his 5th expansion. As Zergling is going to spot that immediately. Some overkill for those Stalkers. But anyway, it looks like it will be just enough because Sen sending in some more Zerglings to finish off that expansion before it has a chance to begin. But MC is able to take that back. More Banelings gonna... No, there's not more Banelings. More Corruptors on the way. 4 more, bringing the grand total... Oh, there is 2 more that I missed. So that will bring the grand total up to 14 Broodlords. That is a lot of Broodlords. Ladies and gentlemen, if your opponent has that many Broodlords on the field, there's really not much you can do. Except MC is doing the wisest thing he could possibly do right now, which is tech switching into Mass Void Ray, which is going to be absolutely devastating. Sen does not have any anti-air whatsoever. These Void Rays will carve a huge swath into these Broodlords. One just goes down immediately. A second one goes down soon after. Sen is in a very tight spot now. He's got no anti-air whatsoever. Oh man, this could be very, very bad. Void Rays coming down, just having their way brutally with these Broodlords. Oh man. More Infestors on the way as well as Zerglings, but neither one of those will really help. Infestors will help with the fungal growth, but you know it's kind of a slow solution and won't really help in time. These Broodlords going down left and right. Five left. Oh man, this is just painful to watch. 4, 3, 2 left, 1 left. Oh, the last Broodlord goes down. Oh, that is... Oh, I am physically hurt by those poor Banelings. Here come the Infestors to fungal growth the Void Rays, but it is just too late. And not enough fungal growth to really take out these Void Rays. Sen in a very difficult position right here, trying to turn this into a base race situation. But you cannot base race if you don't have an army. So not much that Sen can do at all. MC has got this game in the bag. Void Rays out onto the field, and Sen doesn't really have any real way to counter them. Oh, this could be absolutely terrible. But MC is very, very low on resources, and Sen's got lots of extra minerals, which is probably why he's mass-producing Zerglings. But anyway, MC just going around the map with his Void Rays uninhibited, knocking down expansions left and right. Sen's got quite the lead on bases, but it just will not help at this point. Infestors are going to be brought in. That's pretty much all that he can do. Moving a Spore Crawler in a position to deal with the Void Rays, but that is not going to help at all whatsoever. Fungal Growth is going to be taking these down one by one, but it is just not enough. It is only a matter of time at this point. Infested Terran going down, trying to do some damage. That is a good way to counter Void Rays, but that is just not enough. A bit of an energy dump at that. But anyway, Sen, I don't even know what you're going to do at this point, bud. I mean, at this point, Sen, the supply count 184 for MC to Sen's 127. There is very, very little that Sen can do at this point unless he magically tech switches. There goes the Zerglings and Banelings being sent to their death, doing very, very little damage there. I don't think a single one of MC's units has been killed yet. Well, there's going to be the GG by Sen. Oh man, a long and very exciting game from start to finish. Tech switches going on with Broodlords and being countered by Void Rays, trying to be countered by Infestors, but just not quite being able to handle that. But wow, that was a very satisfyingly long game, and oh man. Ugh. Anyway, Sen just had MC on the ropes for the longest time there with those Broodlords, but a beautiful counter with those Void Rays by MC, and Sen just... That was a beautiful counter. Sen had absolutely nothing that could really deal with air. The most he could do was try and consolidate his queens and bring out his infestors with fungal growth. But at that point, what can you do, really, at that point? Maybe Neural Parasite, but that wouldn't have helped either because Neural Parasite wasn't researched, so... whatever. And MC deciding that he's going to be a boss and research and Morphin and Archon at the last possible second. But anyway, look at those beams. Giant death beams of death coming down from the Colossi there. But anyway, yeah, great game by these two awesome players. That brings the tally up to 2 wins apiece. Oh, dang. They are going to make us work to see which of these two players are going to emerge the victor. And wow, can't wait to see it next game. It's going to be epic. Not gonna lie. But anyway, one more game for these two fine players. Whoever wins this next game will be moving on to the final round, and then we'll move on to the other semifinal round after that to find out who the winner of this match will be. And who will be playing each other in the finals of the NASL Season 1. But anyway, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I will see you guys in the next game.